hey, welcome to week 50. I'm Steve, or Steven, however you want to call me. I actually don't have anything prepared for this week, but I did want to get something in just to finish off the year, because I don't think I'm going to do any more of these until January at the earliest. I'm going to be on vacation for 2 weeks after this coming week, so I think I'm going to take that to be a complete vacation and like stay offline or whatever. So yeah, not a lot of stuff. I did post quite a few things this week compared to last week. I think a couple of pictures. I had some thoughts about conversations on social media. Yeah, I guess the main thing that I've been keeping an eye on is Apple Music, and trying to like try it out for the month before subscribing to it, and trying to keep track of like the likes and dislikes of it. I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan. Like, there's a lack of created playlists for you, which, like, it's good and it's not good. Like, sometimes I just want to throw on some music, and I have to there's a bit more conscious choice involved when it comes to Apple Music. At least there is for me right now, because the selections that it has for you, or for me anyways, they're not very good yet, because I haven't used Apple Music enough, I suppose. But in that sense, Spotify does a much better job of picking music that it thinks that you will like if you're looking to just throw something on. I mean, I do like the notion that you have to make some conscious choices in terms of what you want to play on Apple Music, but yeah, there's a bit of work that needs to be done, I think. One thing I really did like that I discovered this week was that you can sync your desktop library with the cloud. So like, I've got a decades old music library on my MacBook, and so it's got like old playlists, some songs that I've uploaded that maybe don't exist anywhere online on streaming, CDs that I've imported that maybe aren't on streaming, that kind of thing. So I turned on cloud syncing, and I have access to all of that on any of my Apple Music devices. So I found that really cool. Like, over the last few days, I've played some playlists that I hadn't really thought of in years. And there's some older songs on there that, I mean, they're not all gems, but there's some older songs that I had forgotten about that seem to be heavily featured in some of these playlists. So that's kind of neat. I like that. That's a good thing about Apple Music so far, is it's bringing me back to some older music that I had otherwise forgotten. So that's really good. What else? Yeah, so I've decided to not track my reading anymore. I think I wrote about that a few weeks ago on my blog. But I tracked my last book, which was Brent Spiner's book Fan Fiction, and I've been reading a couple of books since then. But I've been tempted to, after I was finished reading, to reach for my phone and open up the Storygraph app and make updates or something. I noticed this one a few times, especially this week at work. This past week at work, I'd have my book with me, and then when I finished reading, reading at lunchtime, my instinct is to open the phone and update what page number I'm on or what percentage complete I'm done. So I decided I would uninstall the app, so I don't have it on my phone anymore. If I can always access it via the browser, but the important thing is that it's not on my phone tempting me anymore. And that's sort of the same approach I have with No Social Sunday, which is when I have all my social media apps blacked out, not able to access them. So yeah, I think that's going to be helpful going forward, and I think it's going to help rewire my brain a little bit too. And speaking of rewiring brains, I guess, So the other night we were just watching. We'd been watching the hockey game, and afterwards there was there was basically nothing on TV, and found a movie eventually to switch to, and instinct, the wiring of my brain was to grab the phone and like scroll around on social media, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something that was a little bit more, I guess, cerebral. I don't know if that's the right word, but um, I I decided to pull off from the shelf this Star Wars coloring book that I got years ago at Christmas, and grabbed the pencil crayons and just started a page. It was something that was at the same time mindless, but also like purposeful, I guess is the best way to say it. I really enjoyed it, and I finished the page and before going to bed, so I felt good about it instead of just randomly finding stuff on my phone, or like reading all that I got out of it and then get bored and just have nothing to do. So yeah, that was a good use of my time. I thought the coloring, and I should do that more often. It's similar to the diamond art project that I'm working on at the moment, which I'm going to do shortly after I finish recording this. But yeah, that's I don't have a lot to talk about this week because I didn't prepare. That's okay. I'm going to finish editing and releasing this, and then I'm going to get to my diamond art project and maybe play some NHL Legacy on the PS3.